Hi, this is Julianne with Life Edit and Design, and I wanted to shoot another short tactical video just on ways to use your cards inside your Notion database that are even more efficient. And I always improving on this, and I like to just share what's working for me in hopes that you'll get some inspiration on how you might want to work this for you. So again, we've talked in other videos about how I did a fall makeover, and so my dashboard, my daily dashboard's all fall themed, and I've changed some of my photos. These are my AM and PM routines, now have fall themes to them. But I've also done some other things that I think are really kind of fun. In making life simple. Like, I didn't like having my database full of errands all over the place, and I used to put errands over here on my sidebar as things to do and just drag them in when I need to do it. But I've created a new way of doing errands, and I created a card. Let's get into the card. And in the card now, I list the errands that I need to do this week. And what I love about putting it this way with little check boxes is I can drag them around to the order. So errands for me is something that I need to do in the car, which is why we have a car image here and a car icon. But it's things that I need to run around town and do. So I could kind of drag them in the order that I might do them. Like, okay, which one am I going to hit first in town? So this is actually by location, so it kind of gives me an idea of, okay, I want to go do this first, then I'm going to hit this, then I'm going to hit this store, then I'm going to hit this store. So it gives me a great way to kind of put things in order of logistically how I'm going to find them, or geographically how I'm going to attack them in town. And it also gives me an idea of, okay, maybe I'll get these first three things done, but this one will still be here. So errands is going to stay on my dashboard. It's always going to be there, and I'll just keep moving the date as I get each errand done. And when this list is clear, there'll always be something to add to it, right? So this card's not going to go away. It's just going to float through. And that's how I determine a card that's going to stay on my board, is when it has a picture. When it has an image like this, that means it's a permanent card, or semi-permanent card, and that is going to stay. So again, it makes my dashboard much more visible. I really enjoy that look. But I found this is a better way of doing errands, is so I just kind of drop the errand block in. So as I'm setting up my day, and again, I use the time blocks, block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, and I'll say, oh, I'm going to run my errands on block 2 this week. Sometimes it's block 3, but then I can just click on it and know what it is. And when you're out actually doing your errands and you can't remember what are the other errands I wanted to tackle today, I can just open this card and all the errands are in there. So I love that I can save that. And the same thing I did with this cleaning. I used to have a much more elaborate cleaning database, and now I've gone with this very simple version, which again I love because it's all right here. So I clean the house bi-weekly. I used to have a cleaning person, and I wound up deciding to do it on my own as finances and things changed. I thought, hey, let's just do it on my own. I have a smaller house and I don't mind doing it as much. So I have the bi-weekly and I have the quarterly cleaning, and I can just check them. So I know sometime in this window, these dates between October 24th and November 6th, each of these boxes needs to get checked. That's simple enough, right? So I just check them, and then the next time I have the cleaning blocks, maybe I'll go with this, and I'll say, okay, 2 days later, maybe I'll do another cleaning task. And I'll look at my schedule, decide which block I want to put it in, and just check the next thing off. So as I go through, I'll just be checking the boxes, and when the cleaning comes up again, I'll be like, okay, what's next on my list? What do I have to do? And then which quarterly things do I need to do? So it's right here. It's its own little mini dashboard. It's so easy to keep track, and I can add things, delete things. In the winter, there'll be other things I want to add, whatever. I just find that this is so much simpler, and this will kind of get more and more complete as I start to do things. But I just kind of created this today, so I was like, this is so much easier than what I was doing, which is dropping tasks all over my calendar and then saying, okay, cleaning the kitchen was its own task, and then after I did it, I would put it down 2 weeks later, and I'm like, this is just so much easier. If I want to do 2 things in one day, great. If I don't get something done, it'll be there waiting for me. I don't have to guess which cleaning task I'm on next. So I like that, and I just want to give you that little bit of a tip, a little bit of an inspiration as to how you can kind of batch your tasks, batch things that go together into one card, and then just use this rotating checkbox system. So I can always move these around to whenever I want to do errands on a different time, different block. If that's not the block that works for me, I can drag it to the next block. Cleaning, I could drag it to the end of the day. I just love that. There's always a room for it on my calendar, and I can move things around, very visual. So I hope that's a helpful tip. I just think it's just a cool way to add tasks that are to-dos, but without filling up your calendar with a whole bunch of to-dos and keeping them in a blocked format. So you're batching them together. It makes it much more efficient. I'm all about efficiency, and I think that it's a cool way to go. So I hope that tip was helpful, and I'll see you next time.